Hey fam, I just wanted to come on and talk about this case here. Rhode Island woman and new fiance of a day. She married him actually before she plotted to go kill her ex-boyfriend's mother. Allegedly killed her ex's mom with 3D printed gun. Jack Daughtry, 23, and Shaylin Moran, 18, allegedly got engaged just hours before they went to the victim's home. An 18-year-old Rhode Island woman and her fiancé of one day are facing murder charges after allegedly killing her ex-boyfriend's mother on New Year's Day using what police believe was a 3D printed gun, says authority. On Wednesday at 8:15 p.m., police responded to a 911 call at 100 Baxter Street in Pawtucket and found Cheryl Smith, 54, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to her chest. The Pawtucket Police Department says multiple outlets, including local station WJAR, report Smith was rushed to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police quickly located the suspects, Jack Daugherty, 23, of Albany, New York, and Shaylin Moran of Pawtucket at a nearby Hampton Inn. Boston.com reports. This is the two lunatics right here. Smith's 21-year-old son, Leonard Trofield, was in a prior relationship with Moran, said police. WJAR reports. The Providence Journal reports that the domestic incident between Moran and Trofield occurred in October. Trofield was charged with domestic simple assault and battery as well as disorderly conduct. The journal reports also noting that Trofield was at his mother's home on New Year's Day at the time of her shooting. Daugherty allegedly had in his possession a 9mm gun that was made with a 3D printer. Pawtucket Police Detective Sergeant Christopher LaForte told the Providence Journal the firearm is similar to a handgun Daugherty is seen holding in a picture on his Facebook page on New Year's Eve. LaForte told the Providence Journal Daugherty was arrested and charged with 7 counts, including first-degree murder, conspiracy carrying a pistol or revolver without license or permit, and resisting arrest and assault, and battery. Online court records show Daugherty tried to charge a detective during the arrest, but was quickly subdued. The Providence Journal reports Moran is charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy shortly before the pair was arrested, and they posted a picture of themselves from the bed in their hotel room with Moran holding up her hand in an apparent engagement ring. And the words would "We some fighters and some shooters." On Thursday, they were both arraigned at Providence District Court. Neither has entered a plea. They have both been assigned public defenders. Both are being held without bail. They are scheduled to return to court on January 16th. Daugherty and Moran recently met, say police. WJAR reports. Police say they had got engaged just hours before they went to Smith's home. WJAR reports the public defenders and the Pawtucket Police Department did not immediately respond to people's calls for comment. Now, since he's a black man, I'm curious to whether the ex's mother was a black woman, because this seems to be her thing, dating black men. Cheryl Smith, 54. Well, anyway, let's talk about it. This is what happens when we go low. Now, everybody believes, and that's the problem. They believe love is love, and why are you hating? What's wrong with being Caucasian? Well, the same thing that's wrong with being black is the same thing that's wrong with being Caucasian. But to me, there's nothing wrong with being black. But I'm just saying, from a different perspective, which is the other world that we talk about, the dominant society, it's something wrong with us being the color we are. So in return, in my world, I really seriously know for a fact there's something wrong with being Caucasian, and I don't want to be it. And this is why I always harp on the low level and the high level. We have a lot high level energy, but we've been programmed to live life on a low level, which we do stuff like this when we're around these people. When you're influenced and you're around the funk, that's what I call it, funk. This is what you get. You get this kind of life. Now, I don't know what possessed this woman to want to go back to an ex's family and want to kill her ex-boyfriend's mother. I don't get that at all. Why don't you just go on with your life? You see, this is the problem when brothers get involved with the other races. They don't really fully if you don't know yourself, how are you gonna get involved with something that has prevented you from knowing or understanding yourself, and plus looks down upon you as a being, and has you introduced to all kinds of degradation and decadency. Everything pretty much rotten and dead in the planet is what they subject you to. But our people can't see this. And while you slept with your eyes tightly closed and believed firmly that everybody's everybody and everybody feels and thinks the same, the Caucasian man has been blocking our society, black society, from getting ahead in many, many ways, unknowns, but seen. We see it every day, but people don't see it as a war tactic. They don't see it as a war tactic. They think that everything is hunky-dory and everything's normal. That's why I say, while you slept, the Caucasian woman was able to marry many men like Byron, like Eddie Murphy, like Outkast, 2000, 3000, Andre 3000 to be exact, like many ball players, like many of head of CEOs. And meanwhile, we have not a pot to piss in as a group of people, and many of them really firmly believe that individuals, and they have, of course, by all means, they do have every right to marry who they want and love who they want, but to a certain extent, reality is always lurking. It's always staring you right in the face. I just don't get why it hasn't